team is better prepared to go further in the playoffs? Clippers or the Lakers?
Clippers. I'm taking the Clippers the whole way.
All right, got two final questions. I'm going to leave you with this. When is Seattle going to get a team? Nick Friedel, Mr. Bay Area, I'm a Seattle native. Tell me, when is the Sonics going to get a team? When are the Sonics coming back, Nick? Tell me. Give me some good news.
I wish I had some because I love Seattle.
Now check out this inspirational story of Kelly Menace.
The world doesn't stop turning. The world doesn't end, and neither do you. It's just about putting the next foot forward, if you can forgive the pun. I'm what's considered a bilateral below-the-knee amputee. I have a lot of diabetes in my dad's side of the family, as well as hereditary bone issues, a lot of bone defect. And through a combination of just diabetic sores, neuropathy, it led to infection. And then the infection got into the bone. And then once infection gets to the bone, the only way to get rid of it is to get rid of the bone. So it kind of started in little bits here and there. I lost one toe, and then I lost another toe. And then while I was recovering from having lost those two, I developed another sore on the other side. So it was kind of a back and forth. One was getting better while the other one was getting worse. And then it ended up with a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. And then in the very beginning of 2020, just before the pandemic hit, in January, was when I had to have my left leg amputated below the knee due to infection. Exactly. And my dad actually has been my inspiration because he is also an amputee. Both him and my brother, my first brother, he's also an amputee, just like me. He's an amputee. His right leg above the knee was amputated, but we've kind of been helping each other to work through it. My dad helped me to work through it, then I got to help my brother work through it, and then my brother got to help me work through it again. Meanwhile, our dad is helping both of us, and we're just kind of a triad. The world's gonna keep turning, the sun's gonna keep coming up, and I'm gonna get up with it every morning. And I've survived high school food, I've survived Y2K, I survived the world ending in 2012, I survived, September 11th, I've survived the Iraq War, I've survived the housing market crash, I've survived the pandemic. Nothing is going to stop me. Nothing. So that's all I can say to anyone else in my position, is just that it's not the end. You might think it's the end, but it's not the end. It's not the end until you're dead. So there's no reason to stop.
Cameron Buford, voice of the fans. I got Shawn Porter with me, champion Shawn Porter with me.
Adversity makes a champion. You have to go through something in life, not just in the boxing ring, not just on the court. You have to go through something in life. And depending on how you go through that determines whether or not you're going to be a champion or you're going to quit and lose and give up.
And talk to us a little bit about what that stick-to-itiveness obviously meant to a Hall of Fame career.
Well, I think that has a lot to do with it. I think you don't go through anything in life without having tough times, without persevering through some adversity. And
we're wrapping things up here at the SoFi Stadium, where we saw the Kansas City Chiefs, the defending champions, come back on a play of spirited football against the Los Angeles Chargers. Today, the game started off in a weird way because Los Angeles Chargers starting quarterback was diagnosed with a chest pain and he was sent to the hospital. That meant rookie quarterback Justin Herbert, number 6 draft pick from Oregon, was thrusted into the starting position. In this game today, he became the first quarterback since 1954 to rush for a touchdown and pass for a touchdown in his debut. The team as a whole gave up 29 points for the 6th straight game. Something not working right. Whether it's coaching, personnel, they got to figure it out, or Anthony Lynn's going to be out here.
Cameramen at sporting events get some of the most unique sounds and images. This story from the Birmingham Stallions season opener highlights how Fox's cameraman David Hoffman brings viewers right into the action of the USFL games he's working. Bringing the previously unheard sideline action to the fans at home separates Fox's coverage of the USFL from other broadcasts. This requires Huffman to get right up in the coaches and players' faces. When asked about getting into action on the sidelines and if he thought this was intrusive, Huffman had this to say.
That's my job.
Whether he's capturing the big plays on the field, the sideline commentator communicating with the guys in the press box, or the sideline interaction of the players, Huffman and his crew remain just as busy throughout the game as the players and the coaches, with games televised each week in various cities. I wonder what a guy that works this hard each week does to relax himself and how he stays energized for his rigorous work schedule. Huffman was happy to share his routine with me.
I'm going to catch a flight tomorrow at 9:25. I'm going to head back to Kansas City, and I bet you, I'm going to do some golfing next week before I fly out on Friday.
It's 2-1 now, Toronto. Got game 4 coming back on Friday, 2 days from tonight. Will we see Clay? Will we see Kevin Durant? Who knows? I know the length of Toronto is a big advantage. Siakam, Ibaka, Marc Gasol, big advantage for those guys. What's going to happen come game 4 is very intriguing. Can the Warriors now, the pressure is on the Warriors, can they respond accordingly? All right, now let's give Toronto some credit. Again, you had them pick tonight, their length, their athletic abilities. That played a big part in the game, as you thought?
Yeah, definitely. I think that, I think they play together as a team. They have a strong leader in Kawhi, and I think his energy just thrives off on the team. And honestly, overall, I just think it's their time. The first time, the NBA Finals is being played in another country. I just think it's their time.
So the NBA Final champion is going to be from a different country?
I believe so.
Not America?
Game 5. The first time. They're making history right now. I think you got to give credit to Masai Ujiri for
that trade. Yeah.
Just overall, just his
couple trades.
The way he developed his team over the last couple of years. You got to give it to the African continent. I'm happy for this organization.
They're doing big things. They're doing big things in Toronto. We'll see if they get that win. Do you guys think it's coming back to Oakland?
I hope it don't come back to Oakland.